So which means for a black person to survive, it's a setup. So which means we've been made to be in a survivalist mode. Now, you see black people working, driving nice cars and think all is well within the black community. But I want you to understand that the system does not allow that. We as black people need to look at a couple of apartheid and colonialism byproducts. You see black people, when they are a salary away from being homeless, if it's a black woman, some of them end up at Summit Club in Hillbrook. Some of them end up in Diplomat Hotel in Johannesburg, where they sell their bodies white to survive. And then you cannot blame this on black folk naturally, but you must blame it on the systematic makeup of the black community in South Africa. It's either you survive or you die. You've got two choices. If it's black men, you've got what you call survivalist crimes, which means the crimes black people do. Yes, I can vouch for the fact that it's desperation, it's a result of poverty. So you have got black people incarcerated because the system in South Africa has set black people up. If you have to survive in this country, you look at the supply chain, people are like, no, why don't you do yourself? Why don't you open your businesses? I mean, even now you're using a phone which is probably made by a white person. Why can't you do for self? Now, let me make you understand something. Many black people are in business today, including even in farming. But look at the supply chain. White people, the very basic that they fought for in post-colonization was the supply chain and economic control. Even if you're a black person, you own a farm, for your product to be in a shop, there must be distribution. And distribution is part of white people's supply chain. They control the supply chain. You can look at Ndalo Media, for instance. Ndalo Media that owned Destiny Magazine, LA Magazine, and You Magazine. And now it closed down owned by a black person. Why was it closed? Because they were owning printers and they called for liquidation. But if it's black, if it's white people and their businesses, sometimes business does good, sometimes it does not. But if you're a black person, they call for liquidation. So in other words, they can never be in any way be transgenerational businesses formed in the black community today, as long as we continue to use the present current system. Why do we go to black people and then provide sandwich drive? Because we understand, as much as we need to help our blacks, food is immediate. There are some people who are following us on the page right now. Probably they didn't even eat this morning. So yes, we want to help them, but this is a long-term program. It's the same. If I come to you right now, you are unemployed, you stay in a squatter camp, you don't have money for transport, and then say for the next 3 months, I want to train you to become a chef, but I want to provide transport to Cresta, for instance. That's not immediate to you. The 911 thing is the fact that maybe you didn't even eat. I must give you food before I can talk to you. So we're doing this program in order to develop a relationship fast before we can discuss all the other secondary necessities. Black people who are homeless, every black person is actually a salary away from homeless. So you need to understand we're not doing